At guard, Chris Dunn. At forward, Derek Jones Jr. At center, Ibiza Zubats. At forward, Norman Powell. At guard, James Harden. The head coach of the visiting team is Tyronn Lue. It's time to introduce the starting five for your San Antonio Spurs. Starting at guard, number 30, Julian Champagne. 6'8", starting at forward, number 10, Jeremy Sohan. 6'8", starting at forward, number 40, Harrison Barnes. 6 foot even, starting at guard, number 3, Chris Paul. 7'3", the big man, number 1, Victor Wembanyama.
Welcome to the New Year's Eve festivities here on 2K Sports. We're ready to bring the year to a close in style. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Keldon Johnson.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. It's Jones at power forward with Zubats at center. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden. And it's Powell in at the small forward. And for the Spurs, Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Then there's Chris Paul. Then there's Barnes. And it's Champagnie at the 2. Well, Grant, before ringing in the new year, we've got basketball to tend to. Can it be hard for players to stay focused?
Not really. I mean, these guys know they have a job to do. Maybe later they'll take part in all the festivities, but for now, it's all business.
Now here's Paul. Sohan outside. Right wing. Wembanyama down low. Zubats there. Wembanyama, no good. Now Los Angeles with it. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
I tell you, it always feels great getting those first points on the board.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
He's got bunnies. Sohan, a high flyer.
About a minute played here so far in the first. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. I asked him how they'll approach the matchup against James Harden. Coach told me, well, James is at his best going to the rim and operating behind the three-point line, so we want to try and force him to work in that in-between area as best as we can. They'll be following the analytics with that defensive strategy, BA.
And Allie, thank you for that.
First personal foul.
San Antonio shooting their first free throw tonight.
Harrison Barnes shooting one.
One shot.
That free throw good from Barnes. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs, with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Here's Champagnie. He's averaging more than 12 a game, a consistent threat on offense. Just 5 to shoot, up and overdone. Champagnie shot is off.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And rejected.
Yeah, the reach is amazing. Sohan will get his fair share of blocks during his career.
Now here's Sohan. He just could not put it together in that loss to Minnesota. Champagnie, that's good.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Outside Jones. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Harden scanning the floor. Pure from three-point range. Harden's got 5 now.
James Harden understands answering a three with your own three negates any momentum of your opponent.
Paul with it. He's picked up by Jones. Sohan outside. Pass to Wembanyama. And that one's good.
With how big and powerful Wembanyama is, showing how delicate he can be with that teardrop.
Harden, the pass to Zubac. Dunn outside. Zubac, screen. So interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
First free throw is good. You know, even though Wembanyama's first year was a tough one for the Spurs, there's a good outlook going forward, Grant.
And that's how it should be when you've got a generational talent like Wemby. The Spurs don't need to rush things at all.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Paul passes to Sohan. Paul, a screen on Jones. Sohan up top, defended by Jones. Wembanyama, a screen on Jones. Here's Sohan, going inside, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
So assertive on the take. Sohan is relentless when he sees a lane open up.
Done, the pass to Zubac. Outside Harden. Powell outside. Pass to Harden. Blocked! Outside Barnes. Stolen by Jones. Three-pointer. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Now on the court is your squad. Get loud and let them hear it. Who wants to
check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. Taking a look at the Clippers, their efforts so far have put them 5th in the conference with plenty of time left to move up. And checking out San Antonio, down 4 spots.
Right now for the Spurs, they failed to deliver the great season people were hoping for, but it's far from hopeless. Plenty of time to turn things around for them.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Now here's Dunn. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That'll be a second foul of the game. Castle's checked in for Victor Wembanyama.
Into the lineup for your Spurs, number 5, Stephen Castle.
Outside Harden. He's off on that one. Nice D from Paul. Spurs lead by 5. Here's Castle. It's rebounded by Zubac.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Now here's Dunn. He's guarded by Paul. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Well, this is just pick and roll action at its finest. The big man sets a solid screen, rolls to the cup, leaves no doubt.
To the paint. Unloads. Barnes. To the left side wing. Paul against Harden. Pass to Champagny. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Sohan. To the left wing. Outside Barnes. Launches it. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. James Harden picks one up.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And he's good on the first of 3. And Grant, the Clippers have strung together 13 straight winning seasons. But at the same time, it feels like they've left a lot on the table.
Yeah, with all their star power over that time, they've made it past the second round of the playoffs only once. And that fan base is restless.
Collins, he's checked in for San Antonio. Batum is checked in for the Clippers. Good on the second one. And Doris, the Clippers with new jerseys, a shiny new arena, and an ownership group that is very aggressive. They want some shiny hardware to go with it.
BA, you have to appreciate an ownership group that is willing to spend and make all the right moves in order to position yourself for the championship. But now the players need to come through. And what has been their undoing in recent years is injuries and the lack of availability of their best players. Age and health still hover over this organization.
Now here's Zubac. Really played well against New Orleans in his last game. Here's Powell. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, you don't want to see Norman Powell settling for outside looks. Love when he goes to work down deep.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Spurs. It's a 3-point game. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
And it's not the result they were hoping for. But every game is a chance to learn and make adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Batum outside. Pass to Dunn. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, I really admire the poise of Chris Dunn, appearing totally comfortable in the paint.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. So it's Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Harden against Paul. Here's Batum. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. It's all knotted up.
You can't allow Nicholas Batum a free look from 3. This guy is a knockdown shooter.
Collins with a screen on Harden. Here's Paul. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 2.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Now here's Harden. 5 points in the game, and he misses. Only 2 for 6.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
Yep, that one goes. And so here are the Clippers. Their last encounter was in Los Angeles.
Because they took initiative and went right at the defense, a lot of the calls went in their favor.
2 things are a product of that. 1, you shoot a ton of freebies. 2, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those 2 things is going to work.
Here's Dunn. The Spurs making their last shot. A nice shot by Zubac.
Man, he's bringing the energy, the efficiency. I love what he's doing offensively.
Paul passes to Sohan. Here's Castle, defended by Dunn. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls, and for an up-and-coming San Antonio Spurs team, Grant, what's the key for them in your mind?
I'd have to say, B.A., that it's patience. You know, young guys need time to develop their game and learn from experience. You can't expect people to become stars overnight.
Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Vassell comes in for Champagny. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Doris, not long ago, the Clippers were not associated with star power.
It's very true, B.A., but they are now. And it's not just the talent that they have. It's the experience that their guys bring to the court. They now have a core of big-time players who've been through virtually everything in the league.
Now here's Paul. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Here's Vassell. Oh, it's blocked by Bamba.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
Now here's Highland. Pass to Powell. To the middle. Here's Bamba. And it's Bamba finishing strong.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Now here's Vassell. His last outing, we saw him score 22. Here's Johnson. Oh, it's blocked by Bamba. Batum against Collins. Batum's shot is off. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. To the inside, Collins. Some solid defense from Bamba.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Batum finds Highland. Vassell against Powell. Batum with a screen on Vassell. For 3, Powell. Rebound by San Antonio. Collins has got 4 rebounds now. Paul against Powell. Paul passes to Collins. Back to Paul. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
This guy is just so smooth offensively. The ability to get to the floater game for Chris Paul, so important.
Powell.